Hello friends, and welcome back to Joyful Half Acre. I am Kim, and today it is beautiful outside. The sun's shining, it's like 70 degrees, if that. Nice little breeze. I've got the windows open in the house, and it is just a perfect fall day. I love it. So, it's a good day to be outside. Today I want to talk about flowers and plants. I've got some growing by the front of my house, and I'm not sure what they are. I'm going to ask all of you some questions today, and hopefully you can help me with my garden and how to plan it out for the future. And yeah, I've just got a bunch of questions for you. So here we go. I also seem to have a helper who wants my attention. Multiple of them. And there's an orange one hiding in there. Hi, Goose. That one's Goose. And, oh, that's Mama Kitty. That's Nibbler and Gadget and Sylvester. So, anyway, back to the flowers. These beautiful yellow flowers my wonderful neighbor gave me. She blesses me with flowers occasionally, and I just love it. She also gave me some this spring, and I actually think this green one here, not sure what it is, it's got one little yellow flower coming on it right there. It is from that batch from the spring. I'm not sure what it is, but... And then these pink and dark flowers were given to me along with all the orange. Those were all from a friend, and these over here. I am not sure what they are. I was wondering if these, which are actually, is that, it has little purple flowers on it. I just noticed that. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if these are perennials or annuals. Same with this. Hi, Goose. I don't know if it's a perennial or annual either, and I'm not sure what it is. So if you all know, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know the names of them, because I really like these pink ones, and I love purple. It's my favorite color, so I really like those little purple flowers. So if you know what they are, please let me know in the comment section below. My question for you all today is, I have this section here. This I got at a yard sale for, I think it was $3 just a couple weeks ago. I think it's so cute. And this, my mom got from someone for free, gave it to me. But this section here, I want to plant in. I want to get some perennials to plant in it. But I have this big tree here. It's really tall. And so it produces a lot of shade. So I need shade-loving plants to go here. So I need some recommendations. What shade-loving plants could I put here? I am very new to gardening, so I really am asking you all for your help, please. Let me know in the comment section below what your recommendations would be and what you would do. I am picturing maybe some vining plants to grow up the chair. I think that would look cute. I just don't know. Let me know what you all think. So this summer, while I was weeding my garden, I would occasionally find a rotten tomato, and a lot of times I would just throw it into this pile over here at the side of the garden, because I thought, well, they'll decompose back into the ground, and then add the nutrients back into the ground, which is great. I'm sorry, there are gnats everywhere. They just followed me over here. So anyway, so I just put them over here into this pile, and after a while, I covered them up with dirt, thinking, well, they'll just decompose. Well, I looked over here a while back, and I have tomatoes growing, lots of them. So I just let them grow, and now I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to transplant these. Got a couple in a pot here already. Started doing one here. I've got 2 more pots, so I'll have 4 pots. And I'm going to put them in my house, and I'm going to see how well they grow in pots in the house. It's almost winter, so I am in Iowa, and so our frost day is coming up here pretty soon. A couple more weeks. Last night it got down to, I think, 45 or 48, somewhere in there, so it's coming up pretty quickly. I personally love it, but it's not so good for the plants growing in the garden. So I'm going to transplant these and see how they grow in the house. I'm not sure if it will work. Did you find a green bean? Oh, good. Why don't you go in and get the basket, and we can harvest any peas and green beans and peppers that we find, okay? Okay. Thank you. So anyway, I'm gonna transplant these, take them inside, see how well they grow. Wouldn't that be great to have fresh garden tomatoes in the middle of winter? Roots and Refuge Farm, Jess, she always says, she's another YouTube channel, and she always says store-bought tomatoes taste like disappointment, and I agree. So this would be great to have homegrown tomatoes in the middle of winter. So if you have ever done it, let me know in the comment section below. I would love, oh, I'm just getting eaten up. I would love to learn from all of you whether it works, if there's any tips or tricks that you know to do it well. So I'm going to transplant the other couple more of these and then take them in the house and see what happens. All right, I've got them all 5 actually. I've got 2 in this one, and then I've got 1 in each of the others, just because experiment, see how it does with 2 in there. And I used sticks that I just repurposed out of my yard that fell from the tree. I actually have a video about that, about saving them for future use, and guess what? They came in handy today already. So that was free. I also, I don't have any of those, the right ties right now, so I used bread ties, twisty ties for now to tie them up. I have to tie them up because it is just so windy where I live, so. This is my little harvest helper, Archer.
Hi.
What are you doing, Archer?
I'm shelling peas.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
And how many peas did we get?
I actually don't know.
Not very many, but that's okay. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Good. So, while I'm asking you all questions and getting all of your advice, hopefully you all give me your advice, because I am not very good at gardening. I am definitely new to it, so I need all the help I can get. So, another question. My garden. Now, next year I'm going to do some raised beds, some new ones, and I already know I'm going to fill those. They're only going to be a couple inches up off the ground, so I don't know if you'd call them raised beds, but that's kind of what I'm calling them. I'm going to fill them with horse manure that I'm getting from a friend, and then probably cover that with wood chips for this fall, and then we'll see in the winter what I need to do with it. But my question is, my garden. I have all of those wood chips over there. Should I cover my garden with them? I still need, this is a compost pile here. And then I've got my new one behind it that I've been adding stuff to. And if you wonder what the holes are, they are from my kids digging. They know that when there's nothing in the garden, I don't mind them digging holes. This one's really deep, actually. And the cats like playing in the holes too. Last year we actually had a really huge hole. And yeah, that was fun when we tilled the garden in the spring. It was really fun trying to get the hole filled back in. But anyway, this is my new compost pile I've been adding to. And there's a tree branch on. But I'll throw that in the ditch in the burn pile. But anyway, back to my question. Should I just spread my compost out over the garden and then cover it with wood chips? Or what do you think? What would you do? I have a little bit of compost in my old compost bin over there, but I think I'm just going to leave it because next year I just want to plant some like squash in there because I know it'll grow really good with all that good compost. This area where my garden was, and yes, I know it's sad, I'm kind of saving the tomato plants for now, the ones that are still up, just to feed to the chickens. It's a nice treat. They've gotten in the habit, they know I give them a treat in the morning, so this way if I don't have any leftovers in the house, I come out and pick them some tomatoes. Anyway, yet again, back to my point, I am going to mow over this to break up the corn stalks and get all this mowed down and stuff after I tear it all out here soon. And after the peppers finish producing, that might be a little while. But I think what I'm going to do is just spread the compost that I have out over as much as I can, and then just sprinkle the wood chips over top too to add. I also, every time I clean out my chicken coop, I always put that just randomly on the garden. So, if you guys have any ideas of what you would do or what you have done for your garden, let me know. Because most of the channels I watch, it seems like they all have raised beds. So, I guess I haven't looked up too much about what to do with a in-the-ground garden like this, what people do. I know I've seen the Back to Eden garden, but I just am not sure that would work for me for sure. I've heard some conflicting reports. I know I watched one channel this spring that said they had trouble with ticks, and we had a few ticks this spring for the first time ever since we've lived here, and I really don't want them. So I'm just not sure I would go with that route. So let me know what you would do with the garden. How would you do it? Would you put the compost down that you have, spread with wood chips, or would you not spread it with wood chips? Would you plant something? What would you do? And 2, the tomato plants. Have you ever grown tomatoes in the house in the winter? Does it work? What would you do? And 3, yes, I do that weird, shade-loving plants. What would you plant in an area that has mostly shade? Flowers and stuff like that. So if you could all give me your suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it. I am hoping to greatly expand all of my gardening in this next spring, and so I need all of your help if I can get it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll like, subscribe, and join us in this joy-filled life. Thanks, bye.